Chapter 47, On the Road Again. It was at this low point that Mal Williams told me about a group that was looking for a guitarist. I went down to the Peppermint Lounge and sat in with them. We did 2 songs, and I got the job. The name of the group was Joey Dee and the Starlighters. This was, if not the first, among the first internationally known integrated bands in the country, or I should say in the world. Until this time, the bands had been all white or all black. If it was mixed, it was very hard to get work. The twist was the rage in the music world, and the record that was #1 was Peppermint Twist. We were such a drawing crowd in New York that every night there were lines around the block, and many celebrities came by to hear us play. The dance called the Twist had taken the world by storm. It was an easy dance, and anyone of any age could learn to do it. All you had to do was get up on the ball of your feet and twist your body from side to side. It was so easy to do that one night an old man got carried away by his success, collapsed, and died. I saw it happen 3 times and read of many more. Our recording of Peppermint Twist was very hot. We received tremendous offers to play other places, both here in the States and abroad. We completed a movie called Hey, Let's Twist and finished our gig in New York. After the farewell party at the Peppermint Lounge, we took off on our first tour. The Peppermint Twist was so popular that all over the country, from Miami to Minnesota to L.A., lounges was opening up called a Peppermint this and Peppermint that. Without a doubt, Joey Dee and the Starlighters should be on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame list, but we are not because Mr. Levy, who owned Roulette Records, played with the numbers, record sales, that is. There had not been a time in history before or after where people of all age groups had a dance that they all could enjoy doing. This was our first tour, and although it was 1964, it was also the first time that an integrated band had gone through the South. We were booked solid. The other members of the band were very excited about going on the road. So was I. But I had been there before and had learned quite a bit about safety and survival. Both our drummer, Willie Beat the Drum Davis, from my old group, and the organist, Carl Lattimore, was black and from the South. They were also concerned about how we would cope with the situation they knew an integrated band would be facing. The 3 of us met in my house to talk it over and set some kind of direction. At the top, I laid it down that if any of us met a young lady that we liked, we would not come to the club or leave with her if she was white. She would either meet us at the hotel or come to the club in a separate cab, and we would act like we didn't know each other for the sake of our lives. While I'm on the subject of integrated bands, maybe I should explain why it was so hard to get one off the ground. If a white girl followed an integrated band around, no one knew who she was with. So if the band was all white or all black, there would be no doubt. Also, what made Joey Dee and the Starlighters so different was there were 3 white boys singing and dancing and 3 black boys playing the music. With the rules agreed upon, we all met at the New York end of the Lincoln Tunnel, and the band was on its way. We traveled in a big long van and played a few colleges on our way to Miami. The tour was extremely successful, but as we got deeper in the South, we began running into problems finding places to sleep and eat. Many stops that we made, the white boys had to go in and bring the food out to us because they wouldn't serve us inside. The group was really tight, though, and any time we couldn't eat inside, the white guys would bring the food to the bus and we'd all eat together. After Miami, we played several dates on a swing up to White County, Indiana. We had a gig at a summer resort and arrived a day early. As we pulled up, a white-haired gentleman came out to greet Joey Dee. The man wanted to take Joe and show him the grounds and living quarters where we were to stay. He said, "We got 3 rooms side by side where you can stay," Joey said. "But there are 6 guys in this band." The old man said, "Well, you have to take the colored boys somewhere else. They can't stay here. It's not good for my clientele." Joey said, "But they're part of my group, Joey Dee The Starlighters." The man said, "I'm sorry, but they can't stay here. I don't see why you making so much of a stink about it. Louis Armstrong had been playing here for 20 years, and his fellas always sleep on the bus." Joe said, "No, if they can't stay, I won't stay." We got back in our bus and drove to the next town and checked in. Shortly after returning to New York, Benny came by with a letter from the Beach Boys saying that they wanted to sign us to a writing and recording. We patched up our differences once again and decided to head for L.A. I told Joey I had to leave the group, but had found someone I thought would be a good replacement. I introduced him to a young fella out of Seattle named Jimi Hendrix. Although he was called Jimmy James at that time, he later became one of the founders and stars of rock and roll. Jimmy took my place, and I took off for California.